Hello guys, it's Chum Messenger. Time another weekly blaze. So I'm starting this week on a Wednesday. It's about like 11:30-ish p.m. So yeah, this is probably the last week where I'm gonna be a little bit lost on what to talk about because not lost, but I don't have like as much, so probably will be a shorter one. But yeah, I think after this week, because next week we'll have some Koro Koro stuff, probably some Bottle Man in there. Maybe some Beyblade. I'm not really keeping my hopes up for Beyblade, but if it happens, great. And then after that, yeah. So the week after leads like into Christmas Eve at the end, and that's fun. And then that'll basically be like the Christmas episode, because then, well, the next one starts on Christmas, so a little bit awkward, honestly, but whatever. Actually, I might hold off on some of the Christmas stuff. We'll see. I don't know. I might split it up a little bit. But yeah, and then we'll be good. And then I'm just gonna record, that last week of the year, then like the first maybe 2 weeks of next year. Then after that, I'll probably take a little break. We'll see. But yeah. Also, speaking of video stuff, I do have these amiibo right here. I'm about to unbox them, so that's fun. Yeah. So I kind of made a harsh schedule for myself this month. Because I want to get I want to actually have some videos this year, and I've been doing better. So I'm like, what if I could like actually make some more? And I have some ideas, so I'm gonna be doing them. So I did skip the first 4 days of this month, but I am doing bi-daily videos pretty much. So it's like the 5th, and then I started right up again the 6th, and then it's just 6th, 8th, so on and so forth till the 24th, Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, there's going to be another video, and that'll set us back into the odd days, so right until New Year's Eve, and then, yeah, we'll kind of start up with even days in January for at least a couple days. But yeah, I have quite a few videos I need to record this month, and should I have maybe not done this? Yeah, I probably could have like recorded a little more in previous months to try and actually get like a decent amount of videos out this year, or just not try to do this and just cut out whatever I got out. But like, I was like really close to where I wanted to be, so like, I'll just make a couple extra. I mean, I have enough ideas to where I can, so yeah. Anyway, speaking of, yeah, that Koro Koro. So next week we will be getting, I believe it's Dragogena DX or whatever. How are we gonna pronounce that? The 4-shot Bundleman, which is crazy. Also, really hoping we get another December release. I'm assuming we will. Maybe another random collection or something. I don't know. I kind of hope not, but yeah, we'll see. So at least more on that. Maybe we'll at least get a little bit more information on that Bottleman, and then hopefully after that, we get to see something else maybe, and then we can talk about that next week. And then again, if Beyblade does happen, that'd be hype. I think they said there's gonna be something about Beyblade in there, but I don't know if it's like a new product. I think it's just like I heard something about like a Ultimate Belial thing, like just kind of an advertisement to be like, hey, go buy these releases to make the Ultimate Belial or something like that. That's what I heard anyway. But if there's something new, I will talk about it. So next week I will kind of be waiting for that stuff. And yeah, but I guess the main things to talk about this week. First up, anime. I've been watching Call of the Night. It was an anime that came out, I believe, in summer, and yeah, this anime is very weird. So it's a shonen slice of life, which isn't like uncommon, but like I feel like there's a certain level of shonen with slice of life that usually is not present. But this is one of the shows where it is, and I'm gonna be honest, I usually do not like these shows. Where it just feels very, very shonen, but it's a slice of life setting. I think probably the most notable of that was Komi-san, which I like the character a lot. She's a great character, but I did not like the anime very much. It just had that feeling to it where I'm like, I don't really like the series. It just feels. I think the way I described it was it felt like the My Hero Academia of a slice of life series, which I just did not like, which is unfortunate because I like the character a lot. This show is kind of like that. Not as bad. I think it's a little bit like the protagonist is at least slightly more interesting and isn't just protagonist B or something. Like a little bit better. But so far, it has been at least a more interesting series, a little bit more going on, which is fun. But this is probably one of this. This might be the weirdest anime I've seen. Not like in a literal sense, where it's like what's going on. Like no, I've watched things like Lane or Punchline. Like I've seen some things that are really really strange, but because I actually like this anime quite a bit, but it's kind of the reason that it makes it so weird because everything about this anime would be fine enough. It'd probably be like I would probably still like it, but just not a ton. But the reason why I like it so much is it's kind of like the vibe of it, which I don't think I've ever said I like an anime because of its vibe. But I think this anime just does that perfectly. Because it's all about nighttime and well, as someone who is basically just nocturnal, it's always a fun topic. And I don't know, just something about just the animation and the music as well, how they kind of do that with also it being nighttime. It always just feels very quiet. I just think that the setting of the series, plus the production from the studio, really brought that to life as well. But just kind of the setting really was like, huh, that's yeah, I don't know. I've never really just been like I like this anime because of the vibe it has, but yeah, yeah, no, that's it. Like, I mean, it's good outside of that. I like the characters too, for the most part. But yeah, I've been having fun with that. I am 6 episodes through, watching some more. Probably after I record these videos here, and then yeah, well, I'll finish this weekly blaze. At least this clip. I'll record more later in the week, but yeah. And then of course the amiibo stuff. After that, I'm going to watch more of it. So yeah. After that, the only other thing I have to talk about is Mario Kart. So I have kind of been covering Mario Kart, the DLC. So I am here to kind of give my first impressions on it. I have done through 150cc at this point. I have not done mirror mode or 200cc. I do main 200cc as well, so like that's a little bit different. But yeah, it's it's interesting so far. I will probably give some updated thoughts after I have beaten everything on 200cc, but for now, 150cc. So what is my least favorite track? My least favorite has to be London Loop. This track is boring as hell. The turns on it were a little bit more fun, like on 150, so maybe 200 this will be better. But just as of now, it just feels it's another city track. I'm so tired of just more city tracks. Like at least some of them are a little bit more unique. Like I think it's like is it Berwyn Byways? I hope I did not say that wrong. I probably did. Which is another new one, and then also something like like Paris Promenade. Like those at least have a more unique look to them. Whereas things like a London Loop or another one I didn't really care for. Just forgot the name. Okay. Tokyo Drift, I get. Tokyo Drift wasn't even that bad with this, I guess, but still, I didn't like Tokyo Drift that much. But yeah, no, I just think that it just feels like such a bland city track with nothing. And you got some cool turns, but outside of that, like, yeah, this just feels very whatever to me. I don't like it that much, so yeah, it's my least favorite so far. Seventh actually surprised me. Was it Rock Mountain, Alpine Pass? I think it's Rock Mountain. Is the American name at least? I think Alpine Pass is like the European one or something. Anyway, regardless of what you want to call it, it is my second least favorite. Kind of surprised me. I thought I was gonna like it more, but starts off kind of whatever. You have like this little cave section. It just feels like a worse Choco Mountain cave section. And you kind of just go on this glider, which this was a Mario Kart 7 track that was like kind of just meant to show off the glider, and it feels like that. I didn't really have much to say about it. It just felt like, yep, this is a basic track that is just meant to really, really lean on the gliding mechanic. Is it bad? No, but like, it's just another track like, London Loop, where I just feel like it's very just okay. These are both just okay tracks. Now then, sixth, I would probably put, probably Merry Mountain. I think it's just kind of, it's there. It's a decent track, I would say. Like, you start off kind of cool. You have like the split path thing going on. You have like the upper path, the lower path. All right, that's neat. Then you kind of go up this area. You have a cool jump you could do once you get all the way up on top of the thing, and then you kind of go downwards. It just feels like a DK Summit, but like not fun. Maybe not fun, but like it just feels like a less interesting, like a way less interesting and shorter DK Summit, and it's like kind of just want a DK Summit. Honestly, this kind of sucks, and I'm keeping that opinion. I don't like this track that much in comparison to that, but I think overall a worse DK Summit doesn't just mean bad. It's still like decent, but just that comparison is just like, man, it's just unfortunate. Fifth, kind of rounding out the bottom half of the list, I would say. Fifth to me is what's the name? Peach Gardens. Peach Gardens. I know a lot of people like this track. I don't care for it that much. It's like kind of cool, like the little like split path thing going on in the one area. You have some cool stuff happening, but it doesn't feel that crazy to me. Although the third lap it does change quite a bit and is a lot longer. If it wasn't for that third lap, I probably would have put this at sixth instead. But no, that makes it a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more fun. It's a very strange track, though. But at the same time, it's not too crazy. It's just kind of there, honestly. It's a solid track, I would say. Nothing crazy, but you do have some decent turns. The last lap is actually kind of cool. It's a solid track, you know. It has a place. I would have rather seen some other tracks in the game over this one, but it's not like a bad pick. All right, top half of the list. These are actually cool. Fourth, Berwyn Byways. This is actually a nice track. I would say, yeah, third and fourth are both like good tracks. This is good. Do I like some of the other ones more still? Yes. Honestly, this is probably fourth of the six tour tracks. Like, I still like Paris Promenade, New York Minute, and is it Sydney Sprint? Yeah. Those, I still like all them better than this one. But this is at least better than Tokyo Drift and definitely better than London Loop. So, like, it's a good track, but like of the other tour tracks, it's not as good. And plus, like it has like the city theme, but it's like at least a little bit more interesting. It's not just a city like London Loop. Yeah, at least had some areas that felt different, I guess. In some aspects, it felt nice. So yeah. Third, Boo Lake. So Boo Lake is a very short track, but has some unique. Yeah, it has some pretty cool turns. Got the water section. It's definitely not a crazy track, but it's good. I like the theming of it. I just like the I said like the turns, the theming, the underwater. Got kind of a cool end section. It's just a nice track, you know. It doesn't do anything crazy. Why could we have not gotten a Broken Pier? I don't know. That would have been way better, but we didn't. So here's this. Although even better would have been Banshee Boardwalk. But again, we can't have nice things. So Boo Lake, kind of unfortunate still. There's better options than Boo Lake, but it's still like a good track overall. Second, my second favorite track is Maple Tree Way. This track is absolutely great. Yeah, no, this is just a great track. There's so many good parts about this track. The whole thing is just fun. Yeah, I'm really glad they brought this one back. So yeah, this is just a really great track. So definitely up there. But honestly, it's hard to beat this track, but it did get beaten because number one is Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road. Man, this track is absolutely insane. Yeah, no, there's a. Yeah, no, it's just crazy, honestly. There's so much to this track. You just do so many different things. It's a really, really cool track. I like it a lot. And it's kind of my first impressions of these, but I will say so far I'm kind of underwhelmed because there's only two tracks that I really care about a lot. Like, Boo Lake and Berwyn Byways are good, but I don't think I need these tracks. And the other four, they're just like, they're like, sure, why not? But like, Mario Kart 7, Rainbow Road, Maple Tree are like the only two that actually matter, in my opinion. I don't care about the others that much. So overall, I think that Wave 2 is still the strongest wave, and then Wave 1's a close second. This is a pretty distant third, I would say. Is it bad? No. I mean, it's just more tracks, which is nice, but like, is it... Can I call this wave good? Not really. It's okay. I think, I mean, you definitely have two bangers in here, so it's like a quarter of the pass is amazing, but like, after that, just kind of, yeah, whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad wave. It was just a little bit underwhelming, I think, in some ways. And then, yeah, no, if you don't have the two, like if Maple Treeway and Mario Kart 7 Rainbow Road were other tracks that were maybe just like, or maybe they were really good tracks, if they were just really good, this wave would have been an L. But because they're so good, I'll say it's at least okay. But yeah, that's my opinions on it so far. Maybe they'll change when I get to 200cc and play them some more. I don't know. Oh yeah, also I do have finals this week. So yeah, I don't know how much more I'll play them. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I can play them some more like tomorrow and Friday. We'll see. If I can at least get a couple more days on them, talk about it more this week, will be good. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. But for now, that is all for this video. Not all for this video, all for this clip. I will come back later in the week to talk more about maybe some of these things more again. We'll see. I don't know. This is a week. So yeah, anyway, that's all for now. Alright, so I do have a few things to talk about today. It is now, I guess it's technically Sunday, but it's fine. It's like 5 a.m. So first up, school stuff, really quick here. So, I have finals, which I was gonna do some Saturday, some Sunday, some of that stuff. I decided to do all of it Sunday, so pretty much after I sleep today, and wake up. So for me, it feels like tomorrow, right? And doing everything then. I have like part of a project to do, and then I already done like most of it. And then I have to revise some other stuff from a paper, which again, like I've already done like the main stuff. I just have to like combine a couple things and like add to it a little bit. And then I have like 4 couple sentence long responses. It's not really that bad, so I'm not worried about leaving it for just like one day. And I don't wake up till like 5, 6 p.m. So it's like, and plus I'll have dinner at some point. So like it's like 5 or 6 hours I'll get to work on it. I'm not too worried about that though. Like, I think like if as long as I have at least 4 hours to work on stuff, I'm fine, and I should. I'll set my alarm for 5. At the worst, so yeah, I don't know, I just didn't sleep a lot last night, so I was like, I don't really want to do it today. But it's a little bit of a gamble, because if I sleep bad tomorrow, then it's going to really suck, but we'll see. Anyway, so outside of that, few things to talk about, just some random stuff. So Bottleman, I will talk more about this next week. I'm going to save this, but Dragojina DX, we did get a picture of from Takaratomi, which it almost looks like the wings could be used as a magazine of sorts. That'd be kind of cool. Again, we'll find out more next week. So next weekly plays. But also the color scheme is ugly as hell. It has like 2 different types of gold almost, and it's like, why? I don't like it. And yeah, no, I hope maybe like a video or something, or even just having it in person will do it justice, but as of now, this thing looks crazy, except it just has like the dumbest color scheme possible, and I'm upset about that. So for video games, Mario Kart, okay, so I did play all of the tracks a few times now. Quite a few times, actually. So I think my final list for the third wave here is eighth. The worst track for sure is London Loop. I just do not care for this track. 7th is Rock Mountain. This track just felt so bland. 6th, Merry Mountain. I mentioned this last time. I'm trying to keep this a little bit brief because I already talked about a lot of this stuff, but it just feels like I want a DK Summit instead of this. It's pretty whatever. 5th, Peach Gardens. The first two laps are mid. The third one's actually pretty cool, but like I don't care that much. Fourth, Berlin Byways. I'm pretty sure I said Berwyn last time. I don't know why I said that. I don't even know if that's a real place. I don't. So I don't know why. If I wasn't sure about that, I didn't just say Berlin because I actually know it for sure is real. But yeah, Berlin Byways, pretty good track. I think overall has a lot going for it. Not like crazy, crazy, but it's still like pretty good. Third is Boo Lake, not like overly long, but just it has like really cool theming. It's just a good track overall. It's just like not long. If it was a little longer, it'd be great, but like I don't know. So yeah, overall, it's not really the best lineup of tracks. Like if number three is this, but the top two might actually just be the two best tracks we've gotten in the entire DLC. So it's like, it's still pretty good overall because of that, and because second is Maple Treeway, first is Marker 7 Rainbow Road, both phenomenal tracks. So yeah, I don't think this list is too different from what I said before. Maybe a couple slight alterations, but yeah, or maybe it was the same. Whatever. Anyway, moving on from that, anime, I watched Call of the Night. I mentioned this earlier. The vibe, it actually kind of did get better as time went on as well. I think there was a little bit more to it. But at the same time, it's one of those shows where it's like, I kind of just missed, like, not having anything really happen. Like, I don't know, it's very strange. Because, like, I just kind of like the mood of it, I guess. I just, like, really, really liked how it was. I wouldn't have minded if it just stayed very slice of life focused. It's not like it went like crazy into action or like any like super deep plot, but it was still like I wouldn't have minded if it stayed very much slice of life, not as serious. But at the same time, this is actually like, it was still good, so I think it's like about the same because like okay, it actually decided to get interesting and does it well, cool. But it's a weird point, but yeah, still like the show a lot. It was really great, and yeah, kind of wish I would have watched it earlier, but yeah, here we are. Don't know what I'm going to be watching next. I'll start that tomorrow, though. And, yeah, it'll be fun. So, yeah, Call of the Night, really, really good. And then, okay, Beyblade. This will lead me into... So I'll talk a little bit about Beyblade here, and then this will lead me into my last point. So I ordered a couple bays. It does seem like Barricade Lucifer is the final bay. Actually, like, there's kind of like these little, like, bar type things that they do sometimes underneath the bays. Like, if you look at any bay, like, underneath, or, like, most bays, you notice, like, these, like, lines or, like, little bars that are kind of meant to, like, reinforce some contact points. Lucifer's, each side is a little bit different. If you notice, it actually kind of says, has a hidden message, which just says, thank you, so... Really cool, but also... Yeah, I think that definitely signifies the end of Burst right there. But yeah, I did order a couple extra things. I'm like, end of Burst celebration, why not? So I did order two rare bays. And these aren't any ordinary rare bays. Like, I didn't just pick up, like, or things I don't have, like Royal King Spriggan or, like, Drago Valkyrie. Like, those are cool and all, and I do want to get them eventually, but I'm gonna be honest, they don't interest me as much. Like, here's the thing, right? They're cool. I like them, but everyone knows about them or has them. Maybe not has them, but like everyone knows about these two. Okay. I don't know. It's just everyone knows about these, and for some reason I just find that a little bit more boring. So like, what if I just got two that like maybe a lot of people know about, but definitely not everyone knows about, and definitely not everyone sees or is unboxed or anything. They're a little bit more underground, I guess you could say. So I don't actually know the exact names of them. I don't know why I didn't look at this. I don't know if the one even has a proper name, but it is a Rising Ragnarok limited edition. Yeah, going back to the dual era for this. It was a lottery prize. I don't know if it was the first prize or like the... Sometimes they have like these last prizes type things. Like if it's like the last thing left. I don't know how that works. It's not last prize, it's like worst prize though. But it's a weird thing. I don't know if it's last prize or first prize. But it was like an actual booster for Rising Ragnarok heavy survive. So they get the original Ragnarok parts. It's like a survive. It looks almost like a normal survive. And a teal heavy disc, and then like a black Rising Ragnarok layer. It's actually pretty hard to come across nowadays. I like never see it anymore. It had kind of a counterpart to it. Not really a counterpart, just another part of the same set where it was like black as well. But like I think the one I got has like a little bit of teal on it. That one has a little bit of gold on it. But that one also just has an unpainted heavy, like the same survive. So I'm like, I kind of just want this one. Maybe I'll go back and get that eventually if it's like for a good price. I don't know. But this one I actually really wanted more by quite a bit. But yeah, I ordered that. That was yeah, I got that from I won both of these in auctions for pretty cheap actually. Like after shipping and stuff, it should still be under $100 for both of these, which is pretty crazy. This thing already would probably normally be over 100, but the other one's even more insane because that one is Bushin Ashura. You know, I think that one's a pretty yeah, Bushin Ashura, you know, pretty common GT bay, but I think it's I don't know if this is the official name, but like is it like the Flame Hell version or something like that? Or Flame Prison version? I don't know where I'm getting these names from, but it's like something like that. But it's basically just a stock Bushin Ashura Hurricane Keep 10, but like all black and red. This thing's rare as hell. It's like easily over 100 normally. Easily. And yeah, this is just one of those things. I think it's like a G4 bay, but it's not like a common G4, not at all. It's one of those bays I think people. This is probably a little bit more common than the other one in terms of like how much people know about it, but it's not like one of the ones that you always see or that's like it's not like a well-known limited edition, I would say, but it's still like it's a little bit more known, I would say, than the other one. I think this is probably my most wanted bay for a while now, just in terms of how cool it looks. I really wanted this thing. At least most wanted, like, reasonably. Like, I still really want that Prime Apocalypse, so that thing's like $1,000. I'm not buying that. Even if I had, like, ridiculous amounts of money, I'm not spending $1,000 on a bay. That's not happening regardless. Unless I was like a multi-millionaire or something. I'm just not. Like, that's a little bit dumb, in my opinion. But, you know, like of anything that I could like realistically get, that was my most wanted was this Ashura because I just really liked it. So yeah, finally getting it. Very very excited for that. I don't know when these will be here though. I'm kind of hoping they get here soon-ish. Like when I say soon, I don't mean like like tomorrow, but you know. I just hope they get here before Christmas, or even like within like, you know, by like the 20th or something. This kind of leads me into my other point, which is I might not do as many videos as I thought I was gonna do in December because here's the thing, it's become very apparent with the Amiibo videos that I probably shouldn't. And I will still do the Metroid Dread one and the Splatoon one. The Splatoon one, I'm not really as worried about the Splatoon one. I think those I could do fine. The Metroid Dread one, I don't know how well it's gonna go. I'll do that one though, just because I planned on it and said I was going to in my Shovel Knight video. Will it actually be good though? I'm a little worried about that, not gonna lie. But we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, but the problem is that there's still 2 video slots that I had in mind. One of which was going to be another Beyblade discussion, an extra one that I wasn't planning on doing. And then the other one, I don't even know what I'm going to do for that video. And the problem is, you know, I had these videos and I'm like, I don't think that it'd be a good idea to do them, so I'm probably just going to not. Because again, I do not have good ideas for these, and I don't want to just force things up because I'm trying to get to this, like, certain video count that only I'm gonna even realize. So if I take the L on it, I take the L on it and just don't do it. But again, there's 2 video slots missing. These are 2 bays. I could maybe, if I get them in time, fill them. If not, I might just do like the videos like the 26th and 28th or something. and just have like a long streak, or maybe skip the 26th and then just like the 28th and like the 30th and have like a long streak of these. Or I don't know. I guess I could just move like the Christmas stuff to be daily and just end off 2022 with all of that. I might just to do it, because that's at least like realistic. You know, I'm like, okay, I already have all these. You know, I could just throw up the unboxings a little bit earlier than anticipated. Do I want to do that? No, do I really want to do that? Not really, but I might just because I want it. I think that's like a worst case scenario, but I do hope I get these in time, and then maybe like for like the 22nd and 24th, I could put up these videos on these two. Really hope I can, because they are great. I do want to get them up soon. That'd be nice. We'll see. Depends on how fast they get there, because I am going through Zen Market, so unfortunately it does have to go through. You have to have the seller send it out, then Japan's post system has to get it to Zen Market, and the warehouse has to sort it. This is what killed it last time, what took Zeta Munica so long at the start of the years, because that took forever. And then, after it's sorted, then it has to ship out internationally to here. I'm willing to pay for, shipping maybe a little more expensive if it gets here quicker, because I do really want this, because, for no reason, I just want to do it. I'm willing to spend the extra money. I just don't want to force up bad videos for it, though. I'm not gonna spend like $80 on shipping, but if it's like 25 versus like 35, it's like, why not? But yeah, we'll see. As long as it gets to like the place and time and can actually ship out relatively soon, like by like the 15th at the worst, I think I'll be fine. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. I think worst case scenario, I'll just put 2 videos on Christmas Eve, and be like, yep, Christmas special, sure, and then do like a weekly plays on the Christmas, and then the Christmas video on Christmas, and just have like a 4 video stretch there. But yeah, that's like, we'll see. I hope I just get them on time. But yeah, that's kind of the YouTube stuff. I just don't want to put up videos I don't think are good. But I think this week I do have a nice lineup of videos coming up. I will have that Metroid Dread video at some point, which I think isn't going to be the best. I'm going to try to make it better, but we'll see. But I do have the Friendship Bind set review coming up. That's going to be nice. The Barricade Lucifer video, I did have to push that back to the 14th, unfortunately. But, unfortunately, things just... Like, if you order from a certain place and the place starts to become a lot more popular because of exposure, good for the store, but, like, unfortunately, things just do not come nearly as fast when that happens. Because they have a lot more orders to do, and instead of getting that Saturday like I was hoping, it's not going to get here till Monday, which is fine. But, I'm a little bit particular about my video schedule, so it's going to have to wait till Wednesday morning to go up, which is, it's fine enough, we're vibing. So... yeah, still excited about that nonetheless, and then, once I get Barricade Lucifer, the video after that will actually be the Beyblade discussion, unless if by some miracle we get a January release, which I highly doubt. I'm just kind of waiting for confirmation that we're not getting one from the Korokoro. Once that confirmation is had, then I will make that Beyblade discussion on probably the night of the 15th to put up the 16th, which is going to be a kind of a BU summary type of discussion, talking about if it was good or not. And that'll be fun. Unless by some miracle we have a January release, then it's just going to be whatever the January release is, because it makes sense to do that. So anyway, that's pretty much all for now. For this weekly blaze, not a whole lot happened this week, but again, next week we will have some fun stuff. We got the Korokoro coming out, which, if nothing else, is for Bottleman. I will also have more stuff to talk about next week, because I think the video lineup's a little bit more interesting. And this week I just wanted to chill, because I have finals coming up, and I will do that. And I don't know if I'll record Monday either, because I'm going to finish up the rest of my schoolwork for the semester Monday. Because there's some post-final work to do, which is not a lot at all, but just finishing that Monday, so I probably will record again. I'll probably start the next one, like, I might still start it like Sunday night, and then I'll maybe record again Monday. We'll see. I guess this stuff doesn't really detract from recording a whole lot, so yeah. Anyway, that's all for this weekly blaze, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.